Yep.
Yeah. Oh, hmm.
We should be up.
I um I'm going to find it here. Here we
Weird. Sometimes it lets me share, sometimes it doesn't let me share.
okay.
It used to let me share to my
Okay.
every time I want to share to a page, I gotta log out, log back in, or whatever.
Yeah, that's where I'm at
All
right
right.
now.
Well, I'm good. I'm shared on our page anyway.
Okay, cool. So then let's just go here. I'm just gonna share it now and I'll pull up the thing on the other side later. Here we go. Share. Uh got it and go. Hi Barnett.
Ian Harris. The revolution is not afraid of pronouns.
The revolution is not afraid of real history.
The revolution is not brought to you by election deniers.
Hey man, some people are simply trash.
The revolution will not be brought to you by gerrymandered districts. 90% of our country doesn't have critical thinking skills. 50% of our country doesn't have empathy.
Ian Harris is good as fuck with numbers.
I refuse to stand for any flag or anthem that does not stand for me.
The revolution will not be brought to you by the letter Q or any other dumbass conspiracies.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new, and you already know what we're going to talk about, episode of Critical and Thinking Podcast. Ty Barnett.
Ian Harris, and we're here. We're doing it. It's another day. It's another day.
Told you, people are shitty. People are shitty. Eventually, you guys are going to have to say, you know what? Ty called it the entire time. The entire time he said it's just going to come down to shitty people. And that's just where we are right now.
Mm-hmm. And real quick, JE says, DOG says Biden kept docs as a citizen. Yes, but also that it also basically found him not guilty of any crime. That, yeah, we already knew he had them. He's the one that turned them in when they did a search for them.
And they asked for them.
Yes, and he didn't obstruct justice. Having them and turning them in is not a problem. I believe he was the special recommended no criminal charges be brought against President Biden. So appointed by Trump, a special counsel appointed by it was a judge or a counsel that was appointed by Trump, looked into Biden having documents, and there was nothing there. So yeah, but he again. So Curtis says no excusing what Biden did. He had them. They almost all have taken stuff at some point. The thing is they were signed out legally. He just forgot he had them, and then when they did a sweep, they found him. Same with Mike Pence. Mike Pence did nothing wrong. He had documents as well. People take documents when they sign them out. They take them. Yeah, the news, but also the news is that just as of today, 2/8, the Justice Department will not charge Biden. This is from the NPR in the classified documents probe. They won't charge him because he didn't fucking do anything wrong. And what the thing that he did was forget they were there and didn't turn them back in. Signed them out legally, had them legally, and did his own sweep and returned them in. The difference is that he didn't try to obstruct justice. He didn't try to keep them. He didn't lie about having them. He didn't share them with anybody. They were in the trunk of his car that was like parked. He's got like a classic car that he keeps parked in his garage. They were like forgotten in the trunk of his car. Like they weren't being shared with Iranian, or fucking soccer moms or porn stars he wanted to fuck. They weren't
Australian oligarchs that come there specifically and get membership to the thing so they can get access to the classified documents.
Yes, and special counsel appointed by Trump found him that no need for criminal charges. So how does that not tell you that the difference is not the witch hunt? The difference is that one of them did something criminally wrong and one of them fucking didn't. It's not that fucking hard to understand, people. It's really not that fucking hard to. Well, again, maggots, the MAGA people out there, I get it's hard to understand. Basic arithmetic is hard for you to understand. The difference between there, and there is hard for you to understand. So I get that this might be difficult for you to understand. But when a special counsel from the DOJ appointed a person appointed by Donald Trump investigates similar sounding charges about classified documents and finds that there was no criminal charges to be had because he didn't do anything wrong, versus the other side where they go, yes, having the documents wasn't the problem. It's that he refused to return them on multiple subpoenas. They had to come and take them. He was showing them to people. And also his were classified top secret documents. They weren't just the one that they were a completely different level of classification than what Joe Biden had. So it's apples and fucking it's apples and oranges. But if you can't see the difference, it's because you're in a cult.
Well, and that's the thing is, welcome everybody, by the way. Thank you for tuning in. And you already know that we appreciate you rocking with us all this time. What up, Jen? What up, Curtis? JE as usual. What up, John? Tammy, what up, Dylan? How you feeling? I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. So I want to thank everybody that's here with us so far. And you know what? Here's the thing, man. I will not give this guy credit for being smart, because he's not. I have to come back to the people being dumb, because if you follow this even a little bit, you know that there's a difference. One dude, when asked about the documents, here you go. Sorry about that. Left them in the car. Bop, bop. Here you go. Hey, you want to search the rest of the stuff? If you find some more stuff, take that with you too.
And really quick, Ty wasn't asked about documents, told his own team, hey, we should look to see if there's any documents laying around from my vice presidency. And if so, we should turn them in. No one even asked for them. He found them on his own and said, hey, I found some documents. Anyway.
Right. As opposed to the other dude who, one, took them, specifically took them. He left the White House. He had people pack them. There are people that are testifying to this. He had people pack these things, took them somewhere, lied about having them, then said, well, I'm supposed to have them. No, I'm sorry. We always forget that
they're not classified because I psychically changed them.
But no. We always forget about the very first lie he told. He said they were planted there when they were found. That was the very first lie he told, was that he said they were planted there. That was the first thing. So you lied and say they planted them there. Then you say you didn't. First you say you didn't have them. I'm sorry, saying they were planted there was the second lie. It's hard to keep track of all the lies. So the first lie was that you didn't have them. Then you said they planted them there. Then you said you had a right to have them. Then you said you declassified them in your brain. And then you had a staff.
Well, and then they weren't even really there again. Remember, because those were fake pictures.
Exactly. So then you have people do shit to the camera. So now you bring in other people into the web. That's a huge difference. And again,
then you're wiping out footage of them being there.
Yes.
On your security cameras.
I just don't get. I would just rather people say, "This is my guy." Whatever he does, I'm okay
again,
with.
Ty, they don't, because they don't know this. Because they don't watch those interviews and they go, "Wait, that happened?" Every now and then you get one who isn't in a cult, who's like, "Are you serious? That happened?" "Yes." "Really?" And they'll show them something and they'll be like, "Oh, wow, I guess I got to I saw a recent one where a guy they kept pointing out the facts and the guy was like, "Oh shit, I didn't realize that." Oh, he did? Oh, that was that? Oh, okay, well, I guess I got to change my views.
But this is
I won't, because white.
I'm tired of that excuse, and this is not directed towards you, bro. I'm just tired of that excuse of people saying, "Oh, I didn't know." You didn't look for it because somebody told you about it. Somebody told Fox News, Fox, the network.
Some of them, to be honest, though, some of them nobody told them. They live in a bubble where nobody's telling them.
But wait. So you live in a bubble to where you don't see a local newspaper, a local TV article, a local news broadcast, a local anything. You go on social media and you on your social media feed, you say, "Don't show me anything that says anything." You literally don't show me anything that says anything negative.
But actually, Ty, yes, that I'm not trying to excuse them, but that is what Cambridge Analytica did. That's what the algorithms do. the algorithms make it to where you get into this bubble because they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to sell advertising and whatever. So, or trying, you that's why when you Google on your phone, new Nikes, and then the next week you go you open up your Gmail or open up your Yahoo Mail or whatever mail you have, and it's like 9 ads for Nikes, and you're like, what the fuck? Because that's literally what it does. I click on a couple of like right-wing things to like make comments on it, like, this is fucking hilarious. For the next week, I'm getting article after article after article from these like right-wing newspapers, and I have to go on and go, do not show me, do not show me, do not show me. Otherwise, what it does, they literally are built to tunnel you into this thing.
You see what you just said? You said you have to go on and specifically say, don't show me this.
Right.
Now again, for them, if they say, here's a negative thing about Trump, I don't like it. Don't show me.
My point is they're not going to get the negative thing about Trump because they're only going to get the positive things about Trump. And they would have to say, no, show me something else.
That's what I'm saying. They have to be doing this all the time then.
Right, but the thing is, again, what I'm saying is this. They don't know that that's not the news. Do you understand what I'm saying? When they go, well, you ask them, they go, I see all the news. All the news. You go, where do you get your news? A Fox, a OWN, a Newsweek, and you go, or Newsmax, and you go, well, don't you realize those are propaganda sites? No, that's where I've always got my news. That's where everyone tells me. That's where all my friends get their news. I think your sites are propaganda sites. Why would I go on your They told me that your sites are propaganda sites. Why would I ever go there? And there's no reason for them to go there because they don't think they're bad news sites. And then when they keep clicking it, they just see more and more of that, and it gets a tunnel. It gets down to where this is all they're getting is from these 2 or 3 things, and it just keeps going. Every time they open up Facebook, it's like, Trump's God. Trump's dick is bigger than anyone's. And they're just like, oh, God, Trump's amazing. And there's no way for them to see anything else.
So what happened? Are they in the same bubble? Or are they just shitty?
They're shitty.
Okay. So what happens?
I'm not talking about. I was just talking about.
No. I'm saying what happens with Republicans who keep parroting the shit that's in the bubble? Are they in? Do they not keep their job? Or are they shitty?
They're shitty and they want to keep their job.
Okay. So at the end of the day,
that was what I was talking about earlier. That's about them, the money over everything.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is these people here are feeding shittiness to these people, even the algorithms or whatever. It's one thing again, bro, because I see both sides of the shit. I see articles that are pro-Trump and I see articles that are against Trump. I see both. And
again, we seek it out.
I don't seek it. No, not really.
No, what I'm saying is we will read it and click on it and we will engage people. So when you engage some fucking crazy person's thing, now you're engaging with them and the things they share, you become part of their algorithm. But if I block you and all these people that are crazy, then I will eventually create my own bubble. And that's what they do. They block anyone who's liberal or whatever.
Right. But again, what has happened here and what we've reserved ourselves to be now is a lazy society.
100%. We've always
we've come back, and again, I get it, Tammy. I'm not saying Ian's wrong about the bubble. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it sounds like
we were built on slavery. That's the height of laziness.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Very good point. But I'm saying it seems more and more that now that's going to be the reason when we go into full authoritarianism. I want people to own that and say, I was for authoritarianism. I was for it because either one, I was too lazy to look outside my bubble, or I didn't care to look outside my bubble. And now this is where we are and I own it. Do that.
But here's what's going to happen. A lot of them are already saying that. You already hear them say, oh, I want a dictator. Some of them are going to say, oh, shit, we lost our democracy. No one could have seen this coming. And a lot of them are going to go, oh, my God, what happened to Trump? He was on our side last week. He turned. I thought he was better than that. I guess the Democrats got to him or the system got to him. And now that's what they're going to say. Because in their mind, I mean, I have literally heard, and I know partly because they're fucking stupid and they just say dumb shit, but and partly because it's like religious people when they go, science is a faith too, and you're like, so you're saying faith is a bad argument? Cool. Like you can't say, you know what I mean? I can't say, hey, you've got a shitty argument, and you go, oh, I know, but you got a shitty argument too. Well, that's not an argument. That's not an argument to say your shitty argument is shitty too. But what they do is on the right is they say this all the time. They go, well, Joe Biden's an authoritarian, and they're trying to take our guns and our right because they're Nazis and they're fascist. And you're like, yeah, but you've got literally a Nazi armband on. Well, they're Nazis that are, I'm a different kind of Nazi. And they literally think that Joe Biden is the authoritarian and that the left is taking their rights. And they will say the left fascist, communist fascist, which doesn't make sense. Ideologically.
Real quick, Tammy, are you talking about the thing where I said Trump is going to win? I stand by that. This conversation right here is a prime example of why he's going to win. The conversation we're having right now is a prime example of why he's going to, whoever I made the bet with is going to owe me $50. So, because everything is pointing towards that. No one takes accountability anymore. We would fuck accountability. I'm just lazy. I'm I fall into my bubble. I'm stupid.
So, I get what you're saying, Ty, but the fact is that I don't think he's going to win. The only reason he would win is not because he's gaining support. It's because Biden's losing support from shitbag leftists. But let's not forget because he's supporting genocide. But let's not forget that they did this in 2016 with Bernie. They did it in 2020 again. The Bernie bro leftist types who are really just right-wing douchebags who are okay with gay people. It's like libertarians are just Republicans who want to smoke weed. Leftists are just fucking right-wingers who are okay with gay people and don't like religion, maybe. Like that's the only difference. But the point is that, like the extreme leftist people. But the point is that if we lose, it's going to be because those people abandon Biden. Trump isn't gaining more. That's my point, is that we are all getting into more of this bubble because we are so involved in politics that we watch these videos of Jordan Klepper. We watch these videos. So it keeps telling us, here's another video. So we're watching these and what we're falling into, Ty, and what you're falling into and I'm falling into, and is that you watch these videos and you go, how are people this stupid? How are this many stupid people? But the fact is that those Trump rally douchebags have been around since 2015. And the thing is that you're just watching them more and you're seeing them more. But the fact is those numbers are actually dwindling. He was getting 10,000 people. Now he's getting 800 people. But that's the trap that they fell into. That's why they believe the election was stolen. They literally say, well, how many people is at the Joe Biden rally? I don't even think Joe Biden has rallies because he can't get anybody. So how could he have won an election when I see 1,000 people here and Joe Biden's got nobody at his rally? They're stupid and they don't realize that Joe Biden doesn't do rallies because he's not trying to be an authoritarian. But they think their little redneck 10,000 people in, sister fucker Alabama, they think that those people showing up with red hats and fucking, please Trump fuck my daughter shirts, they think those people are America. And they're like, look, everybody in town is here. So the whole world must love Trump. And you're like,
I totally get that. I totally get that.
And we're seeing the same thing. We're like, look at all these crazy motherfuckers. Oh, the world's going to hell. Trump's going to win.
But again, I don't see any signs that he's not. And we're going to go into.
How is it different than 2020? What about, okay, hold up. You don't say this. What about every election since 2016 he's lost? And so have the Republicans.
But I'm telling you, bro, that there's a reason this is happening now when it's more evident that he should not. Listen, man, and somebody posted a video, and I wish I would have saved it, but it was a longer video. But the dude he broke down how Trump is calling the shots with the Republican Party for them to block this border bill that's going to cost, according to them, 300,000 Americans their lives now. And yet, again, I told you, we always say this on the show. I always understand why Republicans do what they do because they're shitty. I understand why not Republican voters. I understand why Republican lawmakers do it. And I understand why they're doing it for that guy. I get it. It's between dirt and cowardice and shittiness, those three things. So now that it's known, then what I'm about to say is addressing the people on the left that are still blaming Joe Biden for every fucking thing. Everything. They're blaming him for every goddamn thing. I am talking to the quote unquote educated person on the left, to the person that says, I read all the stuff. I do all the research. I'm not a sheep. I'm talking to those people. What's your reasoning for not being upset that Joe Biden is actually trying to get shit done and Trump is pulling the strings for the other side, telling them not to do shit that'll help America? Why are you not mad at them? Why are you still blaming Joe Biden? Why are you still upset and saying this?
Because again, Fox News and Newsmax don't report that.
No. This is not. That's not about Trump supporters.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is about the people on the left. This is about the people on the left that say they.
The far left will say, "I don't care about the border." They'll go, "Look at Genocide Joe." Okay. Did you know that Joe Biden yesterday went over and killed 20 billion Palestinians with a fork?
Totally hilarious. Totally get that. So let's look at the economy. Economy's booming.
Okay. The economy. A Palestinian died when Joe Biden raped him.
So all of that comes back to me saying these people don't deserve a fucking democracy. This is why he's going to win.
I'm not worried about those people. I'm worried about these people.
No, bro. Listen, I told you, man. If I could wave a magic wand to where everyone that believed in something decent wasn't affected by that dude getting back in, I'd let it happen.
It's still a minority. At least 55% of this country are on our side. We just got to vote. That's it. We just got to vote, man.
Well, I'm gonna play you. So again, we'll get to the. I want to get you to you guys' comments here in a second.
And I want to talk about the Supreme Court.
Okay, let's do this one thing first. Then we'll come to the Supreme Court. But let me do these comments really quick, and then I want to play something that'll amplify my point here.
And really quick, can we go back? I want John, because way back, like 50 comments ago. I highlighted it. I want to say at the beginning, but we got off on this thing. He said, I saw something funny at the gas pump this morning. Someone wrote in a red Sharpie all over the pump, FJB. I don't know what FJB is. Joe Biden did this, etc. He goes, I didn't know these idiots were still doing this. But the gas prices are down. So are they saying Joe Biden reduced the gas prices? Like gas prices are down to what they were in 2019.
That's what happens when you're
thank you, Joe Biden.
Easily manipulated. Robert says, am I allowed to vote more than once? No, don't give him any fuel, Robert, because all it takes is one for them to say election fraud, which I honestly think they're going to cheat.
1,000 mules.
You know what I'm saying? I just think they're going to cheat directly, just so know that I call that. Corey says, genuine question, guys. I was on IG today and someone I respected was praising Trump about some bullshit he said about California giving health care to illegal immigrants. Since I wanted to dunk on them, I looked it up and we are giving health care to undocumented immigrants. How do I dunk them on with this? Let me say this, okay? First of all, when people come to America, and I didn't even realize this until the other day, we are obligated to take care of these people while they're here, while they're in the country. Now, the process of getting them back over, yep, we got to get them back over. But while they're here, like this, because they're talking about this in not California, but in New York, Corey, where they have to pay for these people that have come here seeking asylum, and they have to give them food and meals because you can't let them starve, and you can't let them come here and be sick. You can't do that. It's called being human. I'm not directing this towards you, bro. I'm just saying it's wild to me that people are upset about helping human beings. That's what's weird as fuck to me. And a lot of these people claim to be Christian. They claim to be good people. They claim to be decent people. But they're saying, oh my God, I can't believe you're feeding that child. Yeah, because the child needs to eat. But these, again, to Ian's point, these are the same motherfuckers that'll blame Joe Biden for the shit that's going on all the way over there. And they call him Genocide Joe for that. So we can't sit here on one end and say, man, I can't believe they're feeding these motherfuckers in California and New York and giving them health care and not letting them just die and rot off. But can you believe Joe Biden? Can you believe him? He's fucking letting this shit happen over here in another country.
Okay, can I also point out that we have Medi-Cal in California. So two things you can say to them. You can dunk on them. Here's how you dunk on them, but you're not going to be able to do it on the internet. This is why, because no one will answer your questions or take you seriously. But here, it's so many levels. But let me explain a couple things, Corey. Number one, if you go to another country, what they are getting here, by the way, is emergency medical care. First off, every state gives emergency medical care. The emergency room has to accept everybody.
Yes.
They don't turn people away. What California is doing is not just the emergency room. If you can qualify for Medi-Cal, which is California has its own healthcare, so yes, we have healthcare. Just like there's a few states that have it, but the entire country should have healthcare. But since the entire country is full of jackasses, California said, fuck it. We're the one that supplies all the money for you dumb fucks. We'll just make up our own healthcare. So we have healthcare. Yes. So first off, the fact that we have healthcare is a positive, not a negative. Second of all, countries that have universal healthcare provide healthcare for people that are in their country. No one can come here and get elective surgery. Illegals cannot come to California and be like, oh, I need some breast implants, or
Right.
I want to come here and get my cancer checked. If you are here, if you are in France and you break your arm, they fucking treat you. They don't go, you're here illegally, you're here on vacation, and ship you home with a broken arm. They fucking treat you. I can't go to France though and be like, hey guys, I'm going to stay here and get some treatment for this back problem I have. And I can't do that. If I was a French citizen, I could do that. Right. If something happens while I'm in France, I'm sick. Why? For the dumb fucks in the back of the room who aren't listening, a healthier society is better for everybody, and it's better for the thing that you right-wingers love, the economy. The economy. It's all about the economy. What do you think happens when people are sick? They can't go to work. What do you think happens and they can't be productive? So if you have somebody who's here, the fucking COVID, the flu, fucking polio, whatever the fuck they're spreading, doesn't check your passport. Okay, right. So if you're here and you've got 9 neighbors that are illegal immigrants, and 2 of them work at the restaurant that you eat at, and then one of them works in the garage where you also work, and they've got some disease that's communicable, why would we not want them to be treated
instead of being out there spreading it?
Instead of being out there spreading it, that saves us money, yeah. Which is the thing that everyone's. So what is the problem with them having it? Did it cost us money? No, it doesn't cost us money. It saves us money. Is the reason that just because fuck them, we don't like them because they're not from here? If that's the answer, that's your answer. But then I would say, cool, you're a fucking scumbag, and I don't give a fuck what you think. So to me, if someone's like, well, yeah, they're here illegally, so fuck them because they're brown and blah, 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 blah. Okay, you're just a douchebag. If your answer is, well, they're here illegally and we're spending our tax dollars. No, you're spending your tax dollars when they go to the ER and it costs us 10 times as much. You're spending your tax dollars when they get people sick and we can't be productive. You're spending your tax dollars when we don't fucking treat them properly. And this is a fucking proven fact, which is why in countries and places that have healthcare, they treat people who need emergency or urgent healthcare while they are fucking in the country.
Let me address this question here. What up, Reggie? Reggie's in the house. What up, bro? Good to see you. I gotta get back over to the improv. Huh. So Reggie's comment is this. He says we have the biggest homeless population. I'm just here in California, and there's a problem with that. But more money to take care of people not born here. Here's my thing with that. Yeah, homelessness is an issue in California. It is.
It's actually an issue everywhere.
I get it, but I'm saying in California, because we are here and we live here and we see it more than what we would see in Ohio or something like that. I believe it's 2 reasons. One, California is a great place to live. It's warm, the sun and all that stuff. So I believe a lot of people flock here, just like a lot of people will go to Florida or whatever, these warmer areas. That's one. But 2, I'm going to use an example for you, Reggie, just so you understand what I mean here. Of Democrats are trying to get rich people to pay more taxes. Because when rich people pay more taxes, or their share, I should say, their share of taxes, it helps drive the economy. It helps get more things paid for. It helps get more social programs taken care of, more of these things taken care of. You know who's fighting that? Republicans. Republicans are fighting rich people paying their fair share of taxes, which would help the economy and the homelessness and all that. That's one. I'll give you a prime example of that, by the way.
Wait. Can I ask a real quick question?
Hold on, let me
Reggie?
finish. Real quick. Rick Caruso, who used to be a Republican up until this last election, ran as a Democrat to try to fool people. I had never heard of Rick Caruso. All I knew was Snoop endorsed him. I knew Gwyneth Paltrow endorsed him. So I was like, oh shit, okay, he's a Democrat I never heard of. Then I had to research and find out that this dude was a Republican up until this election cycle. Then I found out from my wife that this dude owns a lot of shit in California. He owns the Grove. He owns the one over in the Americana. All of these different places, right? He's a fucking billionaire. This dude, his platform was, I'm running on homelessness, trying to fix homelessness, got to fix the homelessness in California. I'm a billionaire. I'm here to fix the homelessness in California. Every commercial, look at this homeless person here. Oh my God, it's sad. All the time. You know when that motherfucker lost? I haven't heard Rick Caruso do shit. He's still a billionaire. And homelessness is still a fucking problem.
Where's the low-income housing he built? Why don't you take the Grove and turn it into a fucking a center where you can house homeless people and get them back out on the streets, working productive members of society? But can I ask a question though, Ty? He says we have the biggest problem with homeless population. We don't have the biggest homeless population, by the way. We have the biggest population, so therefore we have our percentage will be in general bigger, but we don't have the biggest percentage of homeless population per state. I will look that up in a moment and tell you who does. I know that when I went to Atlanta and Dallas and a couple of other places, I had to literally walk over homeless people. I see homeless people here and there. I don't go downtown. I don't see them. They don't bother me at all in where I'm at here. And I'm in mid-city LA. So, but anyway, but Reggie says something about it. We take care of other people that are not born here. He says, but you more money. I'm not sure. I think there's a word missing. Problem with that, but you more money to take care of other people not born here.
And we have more money to take care of this other stuff, as we're saying.
But my question is, so we have a budget surplus. We're trying to work on homelessness. Part of the reasons we can't work on homelessness is because there's a lot of fucking issues with homelessness. And a lot of it has to do with people's autonomy. A lot of people want to be homeless. A lot of it has to do with Chinese billionaires coming in and building unaffordable housing. And a lot of it has to do with the things we vote on, the measures we vote on as citizens, where we're like, not in my backyard, motherfucker. So everyone's like all about the homeless until it's in their backyard. So it's not so much just that we can't take care of them. But my problem is, why is this either or? That's what the Republicans do. They always do that thing of, oh, you're going to give a guy who works at McDonald's $15 an hour? Well, I work in metal forgery and I only get $16 an hour. Well, then go to work at McDonald's, dumb fuck, if it's such easy work. So why are we pitting each other? It's not like we go, well, we got $3. We can either help a homeless guy or we can help an illegal. Let's give it to the illegals. That's what these Republicans keep telling us, is that we've got these homeless people, and here we are letting these illegals get health care. Well, if you don't let illegals get health care, they're not going to take that money and build housing. It doesn't work that way. And the thing is that we are also helping the homeless in that same way. If the homeless want health care, they've got it. If they've got tuberculosis, if they're sick, if they got fucking sores from sleeping on the fucking ground, they have free healthcare in California too. So it's not like the homeless aren't getting that. It's the same thing. These guys are like, well, if they come here, they're doing this and I don't get it. No, you still fucking get it. We're not taking it away from you.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not losing
illegals.
You're not losing anything to them. And this is the shit that's maddening to me. And this is not directed towards Reggie. This is directed towards the masses. We goddamn, we gotta be fucking smarter. What the fuck? We have to be smarter. Us, We have to be fucking smarter. I'm so tired of people saying, man, they're just manipulating us to do this. They're just manipulating us to do this. Are we adults or not? Are we free thinkers or not? Can we use our fucking common sense and weed through the bullshit or not? And again, this is not at Reggie. I'm just mad at people in general because I'm so fucking tired of having to be a responsible adult and take care of myself and my family and make sure all my shit's together. But meanwhile, these motherfuckers get to just lie and be lazy and be stupid and be like, oh, I don't know the fucking girl. I don't know what they told me. I got to go by what they told me. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'll give you a prime example. I had to put a video up. I don't even know how many people are going to see the fucking video. But before I put the video up, I had to do some research. I had to look. I said, okay, let me see if what I'm talking about actually makes sense. Boom. And I looked. Okay, that article didn't make sense to me. Let me look at another one to cross-reference this. This is what I did. I did that whole thing for a fucking video that I'm just going to put on social media that hardly anybody's going to see. So if I'm doing that, and I'm doing it for a fucking video, yet we got people that walk around here and they swear that somebody else, that their neighbor is the problem, or the immigrant is the problem, or the illegal is the problem. Which, by the way, if the immigrant is the problem, why the fuck didn't Republicans just pass the bill that they helped craft? If that's the problem, if they're really the issue, if they're really that angry about people coming here, taking jobs and taking health care and becoming homeless, why didn't they pass it? You know why they didn't pass it? Because the motherfucker who was in office before told them not to. You know why he told them not to? Not because it wasn't a good bill, because they helped craft it. He told them not to because it would benefit him. Him. You know how I know this? I know it because I looked it up. I know it because it's on the local news. I know it because it's on the major news. I know it because I can find it on my fucking phone. So I'm not going to be mad at the migrant that comes here seeking a better life. I don't live in Chicago anymore. You know why? Because I don't want to live in the same neighborhood I grew up in. Now, that does not mean that everybody is in the same boat. But it does mean I take pride in calling myself an adult. I do. I love that I'm a grown man. So I know, but responsibility comes with that. I'm just tired of us as a society. We blame the media and say, man, the media is just fucking lying to us. But you're okay. So then what's your responsibility as the adult? If somebody comes to me and they say, hey, Ty, I'm going to hand you 2 drinks. Okay. One of the drinks is a regular beverage that you can drink and is safe. The other drink is bleach. You have to decide which one you want to drink. Now, if I sit there and I say, man, I don't know, man. Look, I don't know. Let's see. Bleach. Well, what is the media telling me? Is the media telling me bleach is good? Or no? No. I have to decide and look, what does bleach do if you drink it? We have to stop being lazy, man. I'm so fucking tired of this. I can only give so much credit to a Trump or Republicans or these media outlets. I can only give so much credit to them. At some point, it comes back on us. We've known for a long time you can't cook. You shouldn't cook and eat with lard. We've seen it. We've seen the results. We've seen people with diabetes lose arms and legs because they eat wrong. We know the benefits of exercise because they told us this. We know that smoking is bad for you. We know this. They told us this. If you still say, well, I'm going to smoke because this media outlet that is done by a guy that has a thing in the basement, he told me that it's okay to smoke. Well, what about the Surgeon General? Man, who paid the Surgeon General? Shut the fuck up and kill yourself. I'm tired of these people. I just want them. Man, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm tired of this. This is why I say he's going to win. Because of shit like this.
Yeah, but again, it's been like this since the last 2 times he lost. And it was like this. It's been like this in Kentucky. And we came out and voted down the abortion bans. And, you know, we can fucking We can do this really quick. Can somebody please? Two people have posted. We talked about this at the beginning, and I looked it up, and I don't know what. So Joe posted after we talked about it. So I don't know if Joe, if you came in late or what, but Joe posted that Joe Biden was found, that he took the documents, but everything I'm finding up to 30 minutes ago is saying the department will not charge Joe Biden with classified documents probe. They decline, and he said he refuses to assert executive privilege. And special counsel will not charge Joe Biden. No criminal charges expected for Joe Biden. So yeah, he had them. We know he had them. He mishandled them, but no criminal charges. I think we talked about that. But then you're saying that just happened. Is that something that happened after, like in the last 5-10 minutes? Because 33 minutes ago, the news said that he was not being charged. So yeah. So
by the way, you guys.
By the way, yes, California does have the highest. California, Oregon, Texas, and also, but the worst is DC, which is not a state, but DC is way bigger per population. Here's the other thing, though. Hawaii's got a lot of homeless. But one of the reasons
hold on real quick. But you see what you just did there? Somebody brought some information to you that was different than the other information you saw, and you just talked to them and gave them the information. That's how adults work. That's how. Go ahead, continue. That's how adults work. It's a simple thing. It's a simple.
But again, Ty, this is what we do, and we're actually looking to find out that most people just hear it. Someone says, "Hey, did you hear?" And they go, "Oh, wow, I guess so." They don't have any reason not to trust people. Yeah, we'll not charge. Yeah, they go, "We'll not charge him in the classified documents." Yeah, I thank you, Timmy. CNN, Joe, you said CNN. I'm just wondering what you saw that I didn't see. I know that he had them, but I know it's good and bad news, they're saying. But it's like, I mean, I'm sure the Republicans will find some way to try to impeach him for it, even though Trump's own appointed guy said that there's nothing illegal here. But yeah, anyway, he had the docs, but he handed them over immediately. Yeah, I don't understand what the fucking problem is. As soon as he realized he had them, he handed them over. He had them after he left office, but he didn't know he had them. Then he looked for them, found them, handed them over. Nothing illegal. He didn't try to obstruct justice or wipe out the video of him.
But that's what I mean by like people not. And again, I understand why the one guy is doing it. He said, "Let me muddy up the waters so people don't understand what's going on. Let me just confuse the situation, smoke and mirrors."
How did that get done so quickly?
What?
The Joe Biden thing came up like 2 years after Trump's thing. We're still waiting for Trump's thing.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah, no,
the Joe Biden thing, they figured it out in a week. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you know, the check with Eileen Cannon too, who's in his pocket. Let me do this because we do have to spend time on the Supreme Court. Because we'll close it out there. But I want to show you guys something, and this is the type of shit that I'm talking about. Where let me just show you, bro. Let me just
also the report on it was bullshit. The report on this was like a political attack. Like the guy made fun of the special counsel. Like he didn't willfully detain that. He took them willfully way back when he legally took them. It's a bullshit. Even what they put out was bullshit. But the fact that even with them trying to go out, talk about a witch hunt, they were trying to go after Joe Biden. They were trying to muddy up the waters. They were trying to find something, and they still can't fucking. Now they can put in there about his memory and how he's a dummy and how he's old and all these things that have nothing to fucking do with it, which they did, by the way, in this report. And they can say that he willfully detained the documents. You mean he had them? Yes, we know he had them. You mean he had them and it was his choice to originally take them and he didn't give them back until he found them? Yes, we know that. But he willfully detained them. No, he put them in his trunk, forgot about them until he went, "Oh, we should probably do a sweep," and did a sweep and said, "Oh, I found documents. Let's turn them back in." That's not even close to the same thing, which is why there are no fucking charges. But the way they wrote this report is fucking also bullshit.
But again, this guy, I gotta keep coming back. Hey man, it's either one or two things, bro. And this is where I'm going with now. I'm either going to continue to give people credit or I'm gonna I have to accept that people are dumb, and I'm tired of people telling me that they're not. I'm tired. We're not doing that no more. You don't get to call yourself an intelligent adult and do dumb shit anymore. I'm done with it. Because it fucks with me. It fucks with me when I have to pretend like you know what the fuck you're talking about when you don't. It fucks with me when I have to pretend that you're a decent person when I know you're not. It fucks with me because I'm like, oh shit, okay. I watched a lot of movies from the 80s where everybody got along and then it was cool and all that stuff. They figured it out by the end of the movie. I'm not doing that anymore because people keep showing me who they are.
And, and by the way, I have not yet, and if somebody's out there would like to prove me wrong, and I know people will say, well, so-and-so is smart or but whatever. I have not met a smart Trump supporter. Not a single one. Now, look, I've met some that are kind of clever, or, you know, of course you can say, all right, well, this fucking guy or this senator, you can't say the senator's dumb. They graduated from, okay, look, is Ted Cruz a complete moron? No. Ted Cruz, I would battle Ted Cruz in a head-to-head battle of wits any day of the week, and I would smash that guy in a heartbeat. I would smash him on science. I would smash him on math. I would smash whatever. Is Ted Cruz a complete dummy? No. Is Ted Cruz illogical and a religious nut? Yes. Therefore, he's automatically disqualified for being intelligent in my book. That being said, he has some sort of intelligence. Sure. Okay. He can tie his shoes and get the fork into his mouth without poking his eyes out. I got it. But the ones that have a little bit of intelligence, the ones that are average intelligence, maybe even the ones that are a little bit above average intelligence that would support Trump, don't actually support Trump. They support Trump because they are shitty people.
Yeah.
So, and I've never met, I love the evangelicals. If there's a single religious person watching us, hey, there's CJ. I think CJ, well, I'd love to see how any religious person who's not brainwashed well, I guess that's an oxymoron. Religious person that's not brainwashed. You're religious, you're brainwashed. But you cannot be a decent person. Trump's entire brand is he's the bully. His entire brand is, ha ha, let's make fun of that guy. Ha ha, let's pull down their pants. Ha ha, let's fucking give this guy a name. And, you know, oh, that's the girl who's got a lazy eye at school. Ha ha, let's call her Lazy Eye Lucy and go, where are you looking, Lazy Eye Lucy? Where are you looking, Lazy Eye Lucy? That's everybody who supports Trump. So all you guys are like, I'm a Christian and I support Trump. Oh, look at Lazy Eye Lucy. Oh, look at Fatty. Oh, that's your entire fucking brand. Yeah. Your entire Sleepy Joe. Oh, your entire brand is to be a fucking dick. That's your entire fucking brand. Your entire brand is, I don't like illegals coming here because they might get something. Everything in your fucking brand is, I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. Fuck these people. And then when you go, what about this guy? You go, oh, he can fuck porn stars. He's the boss, man. He's the man. And you're like, oh, well, fuck this guy because he did something. Hunter Biden may have had a tax evasion. Yeah. Look at Trump. He just got convicted of a tax evasion and got fucking, he can't even have a fucking a charity anymore because he's fucking corrupt. Well, I like him though, because you're a fucking scumbag. Show me a single Trump supporter that's not a bully scumbag. Give me one, somebody.
J.E. says Marianne Richardson dropped out, which I'm glad that she was only going to take less than 1%. But here's the other thing. First of all, that was great. Fantastic rant. I love that. Because it's true. All of this. I want one. CJ, you're on here. I know CJ. They're either dumb, racist, or bullies. It's those three. There is no gray area with these motherfuckers anymore.
And by the way, those are the same things.
Yes. So let me show you guys this. And this is yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys this and then we'll talk about it on the other side. And this is what I mean by, like, my anger level is higher when I see shit like this, because again, I keep hearing people tell me that, you know, let people make up their own minds and they're smart enough. They say the American people are smart enough. That's why when Dominion settled that case for $787 million, they put out a statement and they said, well, we just settled the case because we just figured the American people have heard enough and evidence and they'll make up their own minds and they're smart enough. And they keep showing you ain't. They keep showing you that they ain't smart enough. But let's talk about this on the other side. This I got a couple problems with this. So here, we'll do this and then we'll talk about it on the other side here. Here we go.
Do you think more people are going to support Trump now in the hood
like
or
Trump.
no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Cause at first I don't think people was with him like they thought he was racist, saying little and against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, that a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Cause baby, them checks. Oh yes, them stimulus checks, Trump, we miss you.
Okay, first of all, y'all needed to see Stephanie Rose
We're going to Theo Vaughn and Sexy Red.
That's where we're going, sis. That's what we're going. And the reason I'm telling you that is that I hear this a lot, Allie. People have a mismemory. They forget that Donald Trump opposed the stimmy.
For how
Fought
long?
it. Fought it.
Long? It was forever. Congress was twisting itself into pretzels to not give people $600.
Yes.
It was wild.
But when he finally broke down, he was politically savvy
Smart enough. Put it up.
to do
Sign
all
the
but
check.
Put it
the
up.
only thing he didn't put was his face
What's this
on
say?
it.
This is the letter. Put this up. This is the stimulus check letter. Donald Trump. I don't know if we have actually a picture of the letter. Do we have a picture of it? Donald.
Yeah, we go right there. So let me say this really quick. First of all, shame on Theo Vaughn. And I know Theo. I've known Theo for
He's
a long
always been a fucking scumbag. He's not a smart guy.
When I first met Theo, he was a decent dude. He's not anymore. He had Roseanne on the show. He let Roseanne say some bullshit about the Holocaust. He didn't shoot her down on that. So Theo knows better. Theo is another one of them culture vultures that fucking comes in, swoops in, and lets dummies like Sexy Red exploit themselves and make us look bad. Let me say this really quick, and then I want to get your opinion on this. One, we as Black people have to stop taking our political advice from people that don't vote. Sexy Red don't vote. Snoop don't vote. Waka Flocka don't vote. Kodak Black don't vote. None of them. If you want to talk to a rapper, if you have to, go talk to Chuck D. Go talk to Chuck D. Go talk to KRS-One. Go talk to them. Go talk to somebody from Poor Righteous Teachers. Go talk to somebody from The Roots.
Go talk to Killer Mike.
Huh?
Killer Mike.
Yeah, exactly. Killer Mike. But stop talking to these people who don't know shit. Sexy Red, let me explain something to you, dummy. As they said, Trump didn't give us the money. First of all, no president in the history of history has ever taken money out of their fucking pockets and handed it to the American people. Those checks were approved by a Democratic Congress led by Nancy Pelosi, a Democrat, you dumb bitch. I am so fucking tired. I'm so fucking, this.
But also she said when Trump started getting Black people out of jail, what the fuck was she even talking about? When did Trump start getting Black people out of jail?
He pardoned Snoop's friend. He pardoned somebody. He pardoned Lil Wayne. I mean, he got Lil Wayne out of jail or some shit. These are when I say this
He
to
didn't
you,
start getting Black people out of jail.
No,
he got a couple of celebrities out of jail.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
He also got Steve Bannon out of jail, a known white supremacist. By the way, if you talk like this, you're a fucking idiot. Like anyone who goes, and where's my free money? I need my free money. Shut the free money. That is her. She is the typical fucking Trump supporters. Like, you're like, hey, the economy's down, GDP, and you give all these numbers, and they go, gas prices are 30 cents more. That's the economy, the gas prices. And then when Trump's in and all that shit, everything's higher and the GDP's bad, and unemployment's bad, they go, well, stock market, and you go, do you have anything in the stock market?
No.
Well, I do own some. Oh wait, that's the sock market. No, I went down to the flea market. I ain't got nothing in the stock market. And then you go, but here's the indicators of the economy. And they go, well, stock market. And then you go, hey, look at all the indicators of the stock market. Or look at all the indicators of the economy. And the stock market record high, way higher than under Trump. And they go, but gas prices are 30s. And you're just like, look, now gas prices are down. And then they just go, Trump gave us free money. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fucking idiotic. It's
I
idiocracy.
told you.
I like money.
This is what I mean by I should be allowed to call these motherfuckers dumb as fuck. And I don't want to hear anything else they have to say, because everything that comes out of your mouth is going to be labeled dumb as fuck. So again, Theo, he's wrong. When I see people like him, I get extra mad, because I know what he's doing, and I know he knows what he's doing. He even kind of like throws a jab at it. A little bit of free money goes a long way, huh? Doesn't it? N-word. So to me,
I mean, but also, I mean, so I'm not racist, so you guys know that. But and I'm talking, I mean, ghetto. You can be ghetto white, you can be ghetto Latino. You are the ghettoest motherfucking dumbass. Like, this is why racists are racist. Not all the reason, but this is one of the reasons, because they see your dumbass and you go, ghetto, we in the ghetto like that free money, we in the ghetto. And you're like, and somebody in Alabama goes, fucking black people with their fucking free, they see that and they're so fucking stupid that they think that's every black guy.
Yes.
They think guys at home go, free money, and they're like,
that's my exact
people.
point. That's my exact point. He
That
knows
is
what
fucking,
he's doing.
and then they watch Fox News and they're like, today black people killed people. Good night.
Yes.
And what about black on black crime? What about black on black crime?
But see, now here's what I mean by, like, when they trot these people out, when they trot a Sexy Red out, or a Kodak Black, or Lil Wayne, or Snoop, they know what they're doing, because they think that person represents us. You know who you can talk to? Go talk to Roland Martin. Roland Martin's very educated. Roland Martin's black. Roland Martin went to an all-black college, so he's been around a lot of black people. So you'll get an educated response to this. Go talk to Jasmine Crockett. Go talk to Jamal Bowman. Go talk to these people. But you won't talk.
Never heard of him. Fox
Exactly.
News. I watch Fox News all the time, Ty. I ain't never heard of no Jasmine Crockett or whatever her name is. I ain't never heard that.
Crockett.
But I tell you what, I heard of David Crockett, and I tell you what, I was watching that Theo Von, and I saw this. I think she was. They said she might have been. I think she was actually the representative for California. Her name was Red Sexy or something like that. And that woman, she was telling like a truth. But I'll tell you what. Even though I agree with her telling the truth, she just proved right there that black people ain't too smart.
All they want that goddamn.
They just want that free money. I bet she wasn't here illegally.
It's just maddening, because they'll put somebody like that on a higher platform, knowing what it'll do. They know what it'll do. So it's one thing for them to do it. It's another thing for that person to not understand that. And this is, give me a second here to say this. As a black man, as a black person, we fight so much shit every goddamn day. Every day we're fighting something. We're fighting the stigma. We're fighting racism. We're fighting oppression. Every single fucking day we're fighting something. We wake up dealing with it, go through the day dealing with it, go to bed dreaming and thinking about it, nightmares about it. And then you see people come along that are elevated to a certain plateau, and you're like, please, be a good representative for us, please. And then they do that, and you're like, do you not understand your blessing? Your blessing is you have been given this platform. Do something good with it, or don't. Or here's the other option for you: don't say shit. Don't say a fucking word. Snoop, you ain't got to say you got nothing but love and respect for Trump. You ain't got to say that. Why you got to say it? Sexy Red, you ain't got to go in there and say, well, Trump gave us all of them. You ain't got to say shit. Kodak Black, you ain't got to say a fucking word.
It's so funny. They're trying to be all, both of them are trying to be all ghetto and hood and all this sort of stuff. You're fucking sellouts. You're selling yourself out because you're a celebrity. He's a celebrity. You don't want to pay taxes now that you're rich. So I'm going to back rich white billionaire guy, which was half of these, like growing up, like if you starting out, like if you're a rapper or any sort of like alternative subversive music starting out, your entire shit was about the fucking. I mean, not all of these. Not everybody is a political rapper or whatever.
And
but
Lil Wayne used to talk about how bad the police were to him for a long time. A long time. I remember.
And now you're like rich white billionaire guy, and Blue Lives Matter.
Hey man, I remember Ice-T.
Okay.
And then here's what I give Ice-T credit for. He was straight up about it. They asked Ice-T one day. He said, "Man, I used to talk all this shit about cops." He says, "Now I get Christmas cards from them." And that's like, hey, bro, at least he's honest with it. But you also don't see Ice-T out here saying, vote for these motherfuckers. You don't see that. Ice-T is just like, hey, man, I'm gonna go shoot this TV show in New York. I'd rather you be that person. Just don't say nothing. Just don't say anything. If you can't say, don't. My thing now.
Again, not smart enough to know that.
I know.
Not educated enough to know that.
My new
but
thing.
The good thing is they don't vote.
Let's hope. My new thing is if you can't, as long as you don't hurt, if you can't help, just don't hurt. If you can't help, just don't hurt.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the people who I call that Instagram speak, but it's like if you're the people who look like that, who act like that, who talk like that, the people who watch that, though, who are followers of their Instagram, it's always some girl that looks like if it's a white girl, she's Italian, she's got too much cover up, like she looks like she looks orange like Trump because she got nails that are this long with 9 jewels on them, and she's like, okay, and she's trying to sound like she's from the hood, but she's from New Jersey and she a rich girl, and she's got some crazy, and like Jersey Shore meets fucking Sexy Red. Those people, I can't believe Trump gonna do that, and Joe Biden is old, and blah blah, and it's like they couldn't find their way to the fucking voting booth, which is good. I'm glad. I doubt that person votes.
Well, let's again, fingers crossed. Let's get a couple comments here, and then we can talk about the Supreme Court. What up, Kim? Kim finally found the show. Kim found the show. Welcome, Kim. She says Shaq. Yeah, here's the thing with Shaq. Because I want to. Well, let me read the 2 comments before that. Well, Curtis says Taylor Swift and Al Franken 2024. I told you, I still get mad that Al Franken dropped out of politics, but that's a whole nother thing. Jen says it's all about the money. That I agree. I understand that. Curtis says a lot of black celebrities get rich and now they support Trump. Shaq, Lil Wayne, Mike Tyson, which led Kim to say Shaq. Here's my thing about
sellout.
Here's my thing about Shaq. Shaq is one of them people that he tries to say he's just more pro cop than whatever. Because Shaq, he's one of them fence straddlers. He's like, I know black people buy Papa John's and watch basketball and do all this, and I need this gig on TNT. But so again, as long as he's not coming out and saying I support Trump, hey man, go do what you got to do. Go ahead, get your money. I'm not worried about Shaq so much. But here's the thing with Barkley. J.E. just said Barkley. From what I heard, I haven't watched it yet. I haven't seen the show, but a friend of mine watches Barkley and Gayle King. They have a show on CNN. And from what I've heard, again, I have not seen the show. From what I heard, Barkley is talking like he has some goddamn sense. He's not talking like a dude with money that's trying to hold on to his money. He's talking to a dude with money that isn't worried about losing money by speaking the truth. So if that's different, I don't know. But I know the last couple of things I heard about is like he's called out shit the way he's supposed to call it out. So that's that. Let's do this because we got.
This is almost a comedy routine. Somebody. Wait a second.
What?
I don't believe it. So who somebody just posted celebrities that are who was it that posted that? Curtis. Somebody posted Tammy posted. So a full list of celebrities supporting Trump. I gotta read this because it's kind of fucking hilarious that it's their list of celebrities. It's like this is like Dancing with the Stars list of stars. It's literally so the list of celebrities supporting Trump. Brett Favre, not a celebrity, a washed-up football player who fucked over poor kids. Dennis Quaid.
Brett Favre.
James Woods, always been a scumbag. Jason Aldean, not a celebrity, a one-hit wonder who nobody gives a fuck. Jim Caviezel is a fucking crazy person. He's I believe Jim Caviezel is, and I'm not bashing people with mental illness. Jim Caviezel's got schizophrenia or something. He's fucking nuts. Off. Jon Voight, again, when was the last time we heard the last good movie Jon Voight made was 1969. And that was Kelsey Grammer, again, always been a scumbag. Kelsey Grammer's been a scumbag. Kevin Sorbo. I thought Kevin Sorbo worked at Starbucks nowadays. I mean, what does he even do, Kevin Sorbo? Is he even I think he's Kevin Sorbet.
Wait, before you finish that list, someone told me this, and if any of our readers, don't forget that list real quick. But I have to say it before I forget to start. Anybody, if you know this, let me know. Someone told me that Jason Aldean was on stage when the Vegas shooter started shooting, and he ran.
Too bad.
But go ahead. I don't know.
Kid Rock, big surprise. Christy Swanson, who's just turned out to be such a fucking scumbag, which sucks because I always liked her. Now this list, Michael Rappaport? Michael Rappaport is a fucking hardcore. He hates Trump.
Nah, man.
Wait, so this is what it says. Did I miss a turn? It wasn't. This is what it says here. It wasn't long.
You know what did it for him?
Huh?
The Gaza thing.
So is he actually supporting Trump now?
He is. The way I saw it in the video, the one video, I don't know about the other ones he did. The one I saw in the one video, he said, I'm not going to rule out Trump or something like that. That's the way he said it. It was. But
here's the thing. I thought Michael Rappaport was smarter than that. But what do you think Trump's going to do, dumb fuck? Like, Trump is pro-Israel. I don't fucking get this. This is literally what's happening. This is literally what's happening. Okay, me and Ty are fighting. Me and Ty are fucking fist fighting. And Joe Biden is like, guys, you got to stop this. And then Ty hits me and Joe Biden goes, man, Ty, that was unfucking called for. Don't do that. And then I hit Ty and he goes, dude, what the fuck? Why the fuck did you hit Ty? You got to stop. Guys, can we get this under control? And we both go, fuck you, Joe Biden. And Trump's over here going, Ian, kick him in the dick. Ian, poke him in the eyes. Ian, here's a hammer. Ian, if you can knock his ass out, beat on him some more. And you people are over there going, man, I don't like the way Joe Biden's treating Ty. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Somebody has to fucking explain. Ian can't get the situation under control, so I'm just going to give the guy who wants to kill Ty the reins because Ian can't get it, or because Joe Biden can't get the whole situation under control. So since I like Ty better than Ian, I'm going to vote for the guy who wants Ty dead. Like, I don't understand this. Somebody fucking help me.
And then on top of that, again, when you add to that, the people who support the guy as Nazis.
Wait, Taryn Manning?
Fucking Nazis, bro. Fucking Nazis support that. Nazis. This is what I don't understand about the black Trump supporter, or the gay Trump supporter, or the Muslim Trump supporter, or the Jewish Trump supporter. You do know that under the umbrella of him are his foot soldiers who don't like you. That they don't. Hey, listen, if I walk into a room and I say, hey, man, listen, I'm cool with that guy over there. That guy in the very corner over there. That guy way over in the corner. I got to walk through these people to get to this guy. But the people in between me and that guy who also support that guy don't like me. I have to walk through those people watching. It's like the black gay dude who was surprised that he got called fag and all that stuff at the Trump rally. He's like, well, I don't understand. Because they don't like you. That's how hate works, bro. That's just, they don't like you. So when you are black, gay, trans, Muslim, Jewish, or whatever, and you say you support this guy, even if he gives you free money, the people who support that guy, who you will have to see more, meaning when you go to Starbucks, when you go to Target, when you go to Walmart, when you go to the post office, when you're just out in regular life, the people who support that guy that will wear a swastika, they have swastikas fucking stitched in their chest. Unless you walk around with a fucking red hat sewn on your dumbass head, guess what? All they see is this. That's all they see. Man, listen, bro.
And somebody said like about I just don't fucking get the rap for it. Someone said that so Tammy said that he called him President Cadaver Biden, and then somebody else said that Curtis says that Trump is the lesser of two evils, but he's not necessarily. How the fuck did Michael Rappaport get that? I'm so tired of this lesser of two evils, but I don't get it. So you've been calling Trump a cunt. I don't know. You've been calling Trump all these problems, all these things for years now, and rightfully so. And Trump's a traitor, which he is, all this sort of shit. So you're willing to end democracy, Michael Rappaport. Please explain. Come on the show, Michael Rappaport. I've been trying to get you on. Come on the show so you can explain to us how it's the lesser of two evils. The guy who you've been calling out, this scumbag, this dirtbag, this fucking
Robert,
this shitty fucking rapist scumbag who wants to end democracy is the lesser of two equals because he supports Israel and Joe Biden kind of supports both, and you like the other side?
Real
gotta
quick,
make my head stop hurting on this one. How is that the lesser of two evils? So you only have one issue you care about? By the way, why is this one issue the issue that leftists are dying on the Hill for? It's not our country. It's been going on for 70 fucking years or longer if you want to go, but at least this current conflict has been going on for 70 years. How is this the fucking hill you're dying on? Not our mistreatment of people here, not our mistreatment of LGBT people, not our mistreatment of minorities, not our mistreatment of people coming over the border, not our mistreatment of homeless people, not our fucking trying to clear up student loans for people, not trying to get health care so that people can fucking don't die of fucking COVID and the flu. Not just basic, not all the shit we need here. Your number one thing that you're gonna turn and root for this fucking scumbag, fucking pedophile, sexual assaulting, fucking rapist, fucking scumbag and wannabe fascist is because Joe Biden didn't personally step in and do something about Palestine. So you're going to fucking vote for the guy.
Oh, Biden,
Israel.
Really quick, by the way, if you
help me, somebody help me understand this. How is that lesser of two evils? Can somebody fucking help me?
By the way, if Joe Biden would have stepped in and said, I am pro-Palestine, the Jewish people would have been mad. And if he would have done, I am pro Israel, the Muslims would be mad. It was a no. It's a no-win.
The thing is that you can't be pro either one of these because they're both fucking terrorist organizations that are killing fucking innocent children.
And on that note, by the way, on that rant of yours, I'm going to say to Robert, please get my $50 ready. Please get my $50 ready.
By the way, so the SCOTUS is likely going to report on. The SCOTUS is likely going to rule for Trump. In the
yes.
Now, here's the funny thing. The first thing that I did was that Kavanaugh, one of them was like, we're giving the states too much power.
This is the same motherfucker with abortion.
Didn't you just fucking say that the state should have all? Isn't that the entire?
That's exactly what you said when it came to abortion. That's what I'm talking about.
It's your entire platform, states' rights, motherfucker.
Thank you, Curtis.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Curtis. Curtis gets it. He knows my money's coming. Listen, I told you, bro. I told you this. Now, I didn't even have time to put this. The video I already posted it. I posted it on my TikTok page. I didn't put it on here. But understand something, okay? Because when you say the states, because their argument was, hey, you guys, we're not taking your rights away, ladies. We're just returning the rights back to the states, which again, if you're a female, period, no matter what side you're on, you should be scared of that people that don't even know you, have nothing to do with you, have made a decision that after 5 decades, you no longer can make a decision on what you can do with your body. But that's a whole nother thing. And like I say in the video, I ain't got no skin in the game. I have a penis. The other part of this is if they say to you, we're returning this back to the states because we want the states to have this power. Okay, that's cool. Let's go with that bullshit. The state of Colorado is saying we are going by the letter of the law of the Constitution, which I'm going to read this for you guys. And we only got a little bit of time left here, so I want to make sure I get this right. So let me do the screen share here so you guys can read along, right along with me. Here we go. Here we go. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Okay. No person shall be a senator or representative in Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office or civil or military under the United States or under any state. It's important. Who having previously taken an oath, it means put your hands up, put it on the Bible or whatever the book is you use, as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States, as a member of the United States. And the rest of it says, because I remember this because I did a thing, and you cannot have given aid or comfort to. Let me say this real quick, and I want to get your opinion on this, bro, and I'll turn it over to you. So let's just say.
Here, I'll finish it because I've got it pulled up a bit. As a member of state legislature and as executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution of the United States shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given aid or comfort to enemies thereof. But Congress may, by a 2/3 vote of each house, remove such disability. So they're saying if you've done that and you're already an officer, you can remove, but you are therefore barred if you have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same or given aid or comfort to the enemies thereof.
Now, let me say this. Okay.
And then Tammy says president is not an officer. He isn't? The office of president? How is he not an officer?
Now, his was crazy.
Somebody explain that to me?
His was trippy about this. Whenever we talk about guns, and no matter how many school shootings happen, no matter how many little precious lives get killed and slaughtered and murdered in their classrooms, and they've suggested everything except gun reform. They said, "Hey, let's give the teachers guns. Let's train them. Let's put them in military training. Let's put up those little things, the bulletproof things in the classrooms to where, like, when something happens, you can lock the door and you can lock the kids in there while the bullets fly safely by them. Let's do all of these different things. Let's give the kids bulletproof vests. How about they literally, I'm not even making this up, they suggested bulletproof backpacks. So, which is, Ian, they suggested bulletproof backpacks before gun reform, before making it safe. Anyway, I said all
that. Here, this is from ecfr.gov. The term officer means a president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, or principal financial officer. This is government, or principal accounting officer. So officer means officer. According to Politico, the refers to the presidency as an office, and they point to the evidence that the drafters of the Constitution understood that the term officer of the United States to encompass president. How could the president is the chief officer? How could the president not? I understand that's what they're saying because they're sycophants, because they're corrupt, because they're shitty fucking people. Fucking Justice fucking Clarence Sale Thomas didn't even fucking recuse himself. He didn't even fucking recuse himself when his wife is a known fucking insurrectionist who did give aid to and comfort to these people. So the point is, he didn't have to march on the Capitol. He just had to give aid and comfort to them. He's talked about pardoning them.
He called them hostages. He's called them hostages and said he would pardon the hostages.
No, I get what you're saying. That you just heard that, but that's bullshit. How is the president not an officer? So the Congress is an officer, the Senate is an officer, but the president is not an officer of the United States.
Everybody
he took an oath.
Dude, they're literally saying everybody except him would not be able to hold office. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I go back to what I said at the beginning of the show. He will be president again.
But my question is this. What the thing that I don't get about these SCOTUS people, there's two different types of SCOTUS people. There are the people that are the originalists, and then there are the people that are the what's the other one? The literalists, or I forgot the word of it, whatever. So one is talking about what did they mean? What was the idea of this? How does that translate? And there's other ones that are like, no, we have to go by exactly what it says. I'm not even a lawyer. I feel like I'm smarter than these fucking people or something. Maybe that's my Dunning and Kruger, but this article literally does both. If you follow the letter of it, the actual words, it says no office, the office of president. It's literally called the office of president. Okay. They took an oath of office. That's called the oath of office of president. So if you look at it literally, he is an officer because he holds the office of president, which is the highest office in the land. That's what they call it. He has the Oval Office, and he provided comfort and aid to insurrectionists. Okay. Now, if you want to look at the interpretation of this, why is the 14th Amendment? Why is the history of the 14th Amendment there? Does anyone know? I'll give you the answer. The reason the 14th Amendment is there, I'm going to talk like this. The reason the 14th Amendment is there is because, maybe this will help the Trump supporters understand, that the reason the 14th Amendment is there is because we had this thing called the Civil War. And in the Civil War, insurrectionists tried to destroy America, take over America, and they rebelled against America. And when they did that, they put up their own president and they put up their own people and said, we're our own country and we're going to take over and blah, 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 blah. And after that, we said, hey, anyone who does that shit again, anyone who tries to overthrow the government, anyone who tries to have an insurrection, or anybody who aids, or just like we have it in the very first, was it there's a Third Amendment where you can't aid and abet a criminal, right? You can't during wartime. You can't house a soldier from another from the opposing war. Same thing. Aid or comfort any of these people. What was the reason for that? Because they didn't want somebody taking over in a major office, or an elector or a congressperson, who would therefore change laws and do something subversive and take over our democracy and end the Constitution. The highest person to do that would be the president. So it doesn't make any sense that they were worried about one congressman or one senator or one aide or one military guy, and they weren't worried about the fucking highest office in the land. That just doesn't make sense. You really think that the founding fathers after the Civil War said, we can't have a congressman who's a pro-insurrectionist, but presidents are okay. Yeah. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Let me tell you why it makes sense. Somebody actually said it earlier today. This is America. This is America. Let me try and get through all of this without yelling. America was founded off of greed, hatred, and taking advantage of people in general. Nobody embodies that more than this guy. Nobody. No, not a single person that has ever held office, Nixon included. Now, that's one person. The reason why this is going to happen is because he put people in place that believe in that foundation. White guys taking advantage of, instilling power no matter what, being ruthless no matter what, being corrupt, they don't care. There's a reason why this dude is going to be backing up. This is the thing I've been trying to get to the entire show. Yeah, we can go ahead and keep putting it off and saying people are just in their bubbles and they're stupid and all this stuff. Yeah, that has something to do with it. But at the core of this, somebody said something 2019, 2020, whatever. They said Trump is the last stand of the angry white man.
That was me that said that.
It's you.
That's me.
And that was one of the truest things you ever said, bro. He is the last stand of the angry white man. And the angry white man is the white man that came here and killed the natives, brought black people over here, enslaved us, has subjugated every other person that is not a white male. This guy represents the last of them to have power. That's why they're on his side. It has nothing to do with the Lord. It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with upholding, because if they was upholding the Constitution, hey man, there's a lot of shit that they wouldn't have changed. At the end of the day, Ian, at the end of the day, everybody here watching, understand something. There's a reason why I keep saying this dude is going to get back in office. Because right now, think about this. Everything you laid out, everything that these people that went there and they tried to argue this case, I'm sure they said all the shit you just said. They went there and said, listen, if you look, it says it right here that he shouldn't be allowed to do this. They want the chaos because the Supreme Court can end it right now, today. They could end it right now. And they could say, nope, you know what? We as a country are bigger than that guy. We as a constitution are bigger than that guy. We as a democracy are bigger than that guy. Yet they won't say it because they don't believe it.
But the thing is that, and somebody pointed out this out, they're doing everything they can to avoid the fact that they don't want to say that he was part of an insurrection. So they're trying to make it about some other thing. Oh, well, the word says that it's not an office of the president. Yeah, he's an insurrectionist, but he's the president, so that's okay. But the fact is that here's the thing. The thing that the reason this doesn't bother me, it bothers me that we are so far gone that we can't even trust the Supreme Court to do a decent ruling. And then we've seen that over and over. We've lost so much there that we're already so far gone. This just hurts me so bad. For this actually doing anything, it doesn't bother me because there's no red state that's going to take him off the ballot anyway. There's no purple state that's going to take him off. He's only being taken off in Colorado and like Washington or like places that are going to go Joe Biden anyway. So it doesn't do, even California, even Gavin Newsom was like, I don't know that it really fits that, and he's not going to win here anyway, so there's no point in taking him off the ballot. I get that it sends a message. The problem is it sends a message to the dumb shits that, see, it's a witch hunt. That's why, and the idiots that are on the fence, like Michael Rappaport, who are like, maybe it is a witch hunt. I guess I will vote for Trump because they're that fucking stupid and easily manipulated. I don't think this is going to matter anyway.
Yes,
Georgia's not going to take him off the ballot. Michigan's not going to take him off the ballot.
It will matter. It will matter because they have normalized this guy. They have normalized this guy. Again, I'm going to say it to you one more time.
They did that January 8th.
Yeah, but again, I'm saying there is no one you can point to in history that has been this bad. No one, not a single person that you can point to in American history that has been in office or tried to get office that has been this bad. Now, I can take any number of things and say this dude isn't qualified to hold office. Let's forget January 6th for a second. Let's forget the disrespect to the officers. Let's forget the people who died. Let's forget the people who are in prison right now. Let's forget all that. This dude knew the pandemic was going to be bad, went to the American public, lied about it, and cost 1 million lives. He went to the American public and looked at people in a straight face and told them it wasn't going to be that bad. And that lie cost 1 million American citizens their lives.
Where'd you get that information, Ty? CNN?
Right? So, and I'm being very...
You okay?
It's foul, bro. It's really foul.
What's that?
It's really foul that this country that I was told was better than this country that I watched all these TV shows, all these documentaries, all these different things, and they try to paint us as the villain. They kept trying to tell us black and brown people are the danger to the country. We're going to be the ones that's going to ruin this country. We're the ones that's fucking it up. We're the ones that are the dangerous ones. Meanwhile, they're literally letting this motherfucker do whatever the fuck he wants to do, no matter how many people he literally kills. This is one person, bro. These motherfuckers are bending over backwards to give power to one fucking horrible person. I'm tired of hearing how fucking dumb people are. I'm tired of hearing how fucking clueless people are. I'm tired of fucking hearing like, oh, we just don't. No, that's not what it is. We know this. We know this. Sometimes I feel like I'm fucking crazy. I'm like, am I the only person that remembers all the shit that this motherfucker has done? And then I'll talk to somebody and I'll say, yeah, do you remember he did this? And they'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, he did do that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? 1 million people died. 1 million fucking people died because he knew this, went to the American public, said this, and people died. They died because he lied. They died because he fired the pandemic response team. He didn't take any responsibility for it. He fucking tried to only give masks and aid to red states and was forced to help everybody. That's the dude you want back in office? The dude that only gives a fuck about red states? That's the guy.
Yeah, well, they're in the red state.
So like I said, man, the thing that hurts the most.
Because again, look, you're talking to people who are like, free money. Yeah, I'm in a red state.
I know, but this is, and that's exactly why it's frustrating, because it's like, are you guys not looking at the big picture of this guy? I didn't even talk about other Republicans. I didn't talk about a fucking Mitt Romney or somebody that's somewhat, even Mitch McConnell. Even Mitch McConnell, as evil as that motherfucker is, I still believe that motherfucker cares enough about the country to where he won't sell it out. This guy is not that dude.
I know.
This guy is the worst fucking option of anybody on this fucking planet to be in charge of anything. Hey, man, listen, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of people acting like this is not happening the way it's happening. The Supreme Court has a way to stop this shit right now. Bare minimum, you can send a message and say, okay, you know what? We care about the Constitution so much. We're not. But think about this, Ian. They're letting a dude who got people killed stay on the ballot and are giving him a chance to get back in office, to get more classified documents, to have more power, to do more damage to the country than he's already doing right now.
But it was the greatest economy we've ever had, Ty. I got $600.
This is, I don't get it, man.
Gas prices were 30 cents lower.
Yeah. Like, hey, bro.
Who needs to vote when my gas prices are 30 cents lower? And I get $600, Ty. That bought $600, put a down payment on my new bag. My new
right?
fucking
the Gucci
handbag.
bag. The Gucci bag. It's so, like I said, man.
Because I can't afford anything right now because of Joe Biden. I can barely even afford a new Gucci bag.
This is wild, bro.
Because eggs are $3.
I've never seen anything like this, bro. It's more obvious now than it was the first 2 times this dude ran that he's not qualified to be. He shouldn't have any kind of power. He refused to give up power. He refused to give up power. That alone should tell he has to go to court.
Yeah, but that's because it was stolen. Did you see 2,000 Mules, Ty?
Oh my God.
Stolen.
This is hey man, I don't
I saw 2,000 Mules.
I know.
Vivek Ramaswamy or whoever that Indian guy is that did that movie.
Dude, that's the other part. Let's because we got to get it ready.
I actually got to roll. I have a meeting at 1:30, and it's 12 over.
I'm gonna just say this to the Viveks and the Nikki Haley's and the Byron Donalds and the Tim Scotts. You're still black and you're still brown.
Oh, now you're going to say he's racist, Trump?
Unless you get
Why would he hire? Why would he like me?
Unless you get that motherfucker's face tattooed on your face, you will still be called the N-word. You will still be called that. They will not. Hey, man, Tim Scott, there's a reason you didn't poll higher than 3%. There's a reason. There's a reason, Byron Donalds, that when you tried to say that they were wrong for saying that slaves benefited from being slaves, they shut you down. There's a reason they told you to shut the fuck up. Man, let's get the show over with before I break my goddamn computer.
I got to roll anyway, but hey guys, thank you for tuning in today. Good show. We didn't get to talk about the one thing I definitely want to talk about, but we'll talk about it later. A little bit of justice for these fucking clown ass parents in Michigan who at least the shitty wife got found guilty of manslaughter in that school shooting case of the 15-year-old kid. Anyway, we'll talk about that next time. I gotta go. I know you gotta go. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you Thursday, every Thursday, at this time on YouTube, on Facebook.com/critical and thinking. And then Monday you can check out all of the stuff YouTube on all the podcast purveyors. Monday night we upload the actual podcast version of the show, but it always lives right here on Facebook.com/critical and thinking and on our YouTube page. And Ty?
Critical and Thinking Podcast, Ty Barnett.
Ian Harris, we'll see you guys. Thanks for being here.